it's Erica here with Tiny Acorn. Welcome back to my channel. I had to kind of pull an audible and switch up my video this week, and so I decided to do a Q&A because I haven't done one of these in a really long time. So I reached out to you guys on Instagram and YouTube and asked you if you had any questions for me. So I got a lot of questions. I'm going to do my best to answer them all today. I've kind of split it up into a couple of categories: personal questions, motherhood questions, fashion questions, and business or Tiny Acorn related questions. So if you guys are curious, stick around. I'm also going to be giving a couple of hints towards the end of the video as far as what the big news is that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, hopefully within the next month or two, but I will be sharing some hints with you guys today. So make sure to stick around for that. And don't forget to ring that bell and subscribe. That way you don't miss the big news when I do announce it. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, guys, I am losing precious daylight and it's about to storm outside. And so I just want to apologize. Also, I'm not filming on my camera. My camera broke, so I'm filming on my phone. So the quality is not that great. I'm working on getting a new camera, but thank you for bearing with me through this. Okay, so I thought we would go ahead and start with the fashion questions. I'm going to try to pump through this as fast as I can. So Lauren Patmore said, I know your favorite color combo is blue and orange. What is your second favorite? I would have to say I really love red and orange as a color combo, especially a rusty kind of pumpkin-y orange color. That's beautiful. Maggie on a Hot Tin Roof, super cute handle. What's your favorite sunglasses? Those would be my Easy Peasies. It's a French company, I believe. I have them in a lot of different colors. It's tortoise shell. I have them in blue. I have them in orange. I have them in white. The white ones have croquis, which are super cute. So that's my favorite sunglass brand. Also, I will try to link any products that I talk about in my description box for you guys. Okay, I got what kind of perfume or scents do you like? So my favorite smell right now is Dossier's Spicy Orchid, which is actually based off the designer fragrance Tom Ford's Black Orchid. Okay, the next question is there any online thrift store where I can shop clothes and furniture? Yes, I would suggest Etsy. Etsy's my favorite, and they have a lot of good furniture on there too. So there's some good stores to check out there. Okay, so I had a question from Falling Gracefully. What do you look for at thrift stores to create a full outfit? I have a hard time figuring out how to put it together. Thrift dresses, because that's a full outfit right there, super easy. I actually don't typically buy my pants at thrift stores because I find that I just want my pants to fit really well and I have a hard time thrifting pants. So I typically buy them new, either from Levi's or from Everlane. I'll put a couple of my favorite styles of Levi's and Everlane pants in the description box if you're interested in checking those out. So I buy my pants new most of the time, and then I'll just thrift my tops, sweaters, and blouses and coats and stuff like that. Okay, so I had a question. How many Converse do you have? I have 3 pairs of Converse. I have a black high tops, white high tops, and I also have a new mustard yellow pair that I got that I really love. If you guys are interested in getting a new pair of Converse, the mustard yellow ones, they come in different colors, and this particular style actually has extra padding in it, and so I didn't even feel like I had to break them in. Normally Converse are very uncomfortable when you first get them, but this pair was so comfortable. I'll link those for you guys as well. Okay, Liv Leah said, what do you do when you feel stuck or bored with the clothes that you have? If you want an easy answer, it would be go thrifting and try to find a new piece to kind of spice things up. That's inexpensive. If you're not able to go thrifting, or you want to try, not spending money, not buying anything, pull out all of your clothes and try to do some unexpected combos. Or you can also give yourself a challenge to take one t-shirt and style it up in 10 different ways. And you'll be surprised of the new ideas that you come up with and how things start to kind of come alive again for you. So I'd suggest doing that if you're getting bored of your clothes. Okay, Kim Brule said, how did you find your style? Well, I just did a style evolution video that you should check out because I kind of talked about how I found my style in that video, so I will make sure to link that for you guys in the description box. Mackenzie Dakin said, how much time did you dedicate to thrifting pre-Monty? That was before my son. Not that much actually. Besides my baby moon where we went and traveled for 2 weeks and I thrifted like every couple of days in new cities there. I'd say before that once or twice a month. So not a whole lot. And then with COVID and everything, even less during that time. Okay, so I have Gabby JC Borg said, hi, I'm from Brazil. Talk about your hair, the cut. How do you take care of it? Okay, I've just been thinking how badly I need to get a haircut. Like half of my hair just fell out because of after you get pregnant and like your hormones go back to normal, your hair falls out. And so I feel like I have no hair right now. It's so thin, but I need to get a haircut too. But I will share really quickly my 4 Holy Grail products that I use on a regular basis. So first to start out is this new wash. This is by Hair Story. It has literally changed my life. Any of you girls with curly hair or wavy hair out there that you want to like maintain the wave, I would highly suggest using this. It is one of the only shampoos out there that doesn't have any sort of detergents in it. And so it just washes your hair with essential oils. It still feels clean afterwards, but you actually can order it like every couple of months on a subscription basis. I think I do every 3 or 4 months, and they send you a bag and you refill it yourself in here. So that's really cool, good for the environment. Yeah, it's shampoo and conditioner in one. So you don't have to buy them separately. This has been a game changer for the health of my scalp. Before, my scalp would get very dry, and this has just, it's been so great. I literally will not use anything else. My husband also, once he tried it, doesn't want to use anything else. Before, when he'd use regular shampoo, his hair would always be so fluffy after washing, and it's not like that with this. It is just kind of like, has like the natural like shimmery oils still in it, but not greasy. Suggest trying that if you're interested. And then I always put this on after my shower. It's leave-in conditioner, and it's amazing. I've gone through so many bottles of this stuff. I love it. If I'm feeling like I want extra wave in my hair, I will use this volume spray, and that helps kind of like maintain the curl. Now this is not my natural curl. This is, I did a curling iron in this. I don't do that all the time, but I typically do it like if I'm gonna film, because it just, I don't know, it looks a little bit better. Okay, 4th Holy Grail product is my Batiste Dry Shampoo. This is for dark haired girls, so it has a tint of brown in it, so you don't have that white stuff in the scalp. But this dry shampoo has honestly changed my life because I don't shampoo my hair every day, and this lets me go a little bit longer in between shampoos, which is always good for your hair. I'll link these things for you guys in the description. Someone asked, do you outfit plan or lean more towards the vibe of the day? Definitely like a vibe person. I don't plan a lot of my life. I feel stressed out when I have to plan everything. So I literally just am like, what do I want to wear today? And I grab a t-shirt, and then I just plan the rest of my outfit around that one piece. And that's kind of how I go from there. Okay, next question. California Dreaming says, tips on knowing what is true vintage and what isn't. How do you know what decade a piece is from? Okay, so I did a blog on this. I will link it for you guys. It is What is Vintage Clothing is the title. And basically I go through all of the ways to tell whether something's vintage or not, and how to kind of tell what decade it's from. You look at fabric tags, the style, the seams, different things like that. So make sure to check that out. Okay, how do you collect and organize inspo pictures? Do you thrift with that in mind? I do have a Pinterest. I will link it for you guys. I don't typically thrift that way with like off of my Pinterest or off of inspiration pictures, although that is really fun. But usually when I go into a thrift store, I don't have a plan, and I'm just like going through stuff and finding what speaks to me, and that's how I thrift. Hey guys, I'm sitting here editing this video, and I realized I forgot to include what my favorite lipsticks were. Somebody had a question about lipsticks, so I'm just gonna put all of those lipsticks in the description box if you guys are interested in checking them out. Hi, Margot. Okay, so moving on to my Tiny Acorn or business questions. Juliana906 said, where did the name Tiny Acorn come from? It's funny, I usually don't get this question. The name Tiny Acorn actually came from the metaphor of the acorn, which I feel like God has spoken to me a lot through that an acorn has everything that it needs inside of it to become what it was meant to on this earth. And so it doesn't have to strive, it doesn't have to be anything other than what it is, and just be itself, and it will naturally become what it's meant to be, which is a giant oak tree. And so that has always been a metaphor that spoke to me. I believe that we all have unique design and we have gifts that are inherently ours, that we were given at birth, that will help us be all that we were meant to be on this earth. Also, thanks for asking. Next question. Is social media your full-time job? Yes, but also raising Monty. Thrifty Bish says, how do you balance social media in real life? Well, since having a baby, I am not on social media hardly at all anymore. There's things that I want to make, I want to create, I want to post, and I just don't have the time to do it, unfortunately. And there's been a lot of stuff that I've created that I've never actually posted because posting takes time, like everything takes time. I try to be present with Monty when, you know, I'm nursing or when I'm playing with him. I don't want to be on my phone or be on social media during that time. And so typically I just try to post my picture in the morning on my Instagram. I try to post my video on Thursday, and then just like whatever I can get around to other than those things is great. If not, then that's just the way it is right now. Okay, Stephanie Case said, were you scared of starting your channel? Any tips on how to conquer not being camera shy? I wasn't really scared of starting my channel because I never set out to be a YouTuber. I honestly didn't think that I would get this far or that this many people would watch my videos. I think that the being camera shy thing is like, it's a real thing. Like, you can definitely be camera shy, but the power is in the editing. There's so many times that I have fumbled over my words, or I have like long pauses, or I just don't know what to say, and I, you know, say like a lot, and really you can just edit all that out. I make my edits very to the point. I edit out all my pauses, all the parts where I'm like fumbling through what I want to say. So just remember, you can do that in post-production. Okay, I am moving this light around, trying to make it not terrible lighting for this video. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so personal questions. Pauline Chair said, what is your go-to pizza? Margarita or pepperoni, mushroom, and olive? Miss Mandy Peters said, what books, writers have shaped your life most? C.S. Lewis. I love Roald Dahl. Especially his autobiography is amazing. Love Dolly Parton's autobiography as well. She is an amazing woman. The HSP book, The Highly Sensitive Person, that is the book I'm reading right now. I talked about it in my last video, my favorites, which is a new series that I'm doing. That book has changed my life. Go watch that if you want to know why it's changed my life. There's a question, how old are Jason and I? I am 34, I'll be 35 in February, and Jason is 32, he'll be 33 in February. Brandy Stefan said, what does a typical work week look like for you? Taking care of Monty. That's my typical work week. I read emails whenever I can get around to it or have time to respond to them. I try to film videos on the weekends when Jason can watch Monty. Today I'm filming my video on Wednesday, hoping that I will have time to edit it by tomorrow, which, I mean, who knows if that'll happen. I might have to release my video late, but that is just kind of how my life is like looking right now. I don't have a lot of time to dedicate to my YouTube, and I'm hoping that that will change soon. Okay, so Kara Vintage Style said, tips on moving to San Francisco. I would say, depending on where you'll be working, take into consideration the public transportation, the bus stops, the Muni lines. Also take into consideration, are you a city person? Do you mind lots of noise around you, or do you want more space? Do you want to not feel as claustrophobic? If you don't mind living in all the hustle and bustle, then live closer to downtown. If you need more space and you like it more quiet, I'd suggest the Sunset District, which is where I live, or the outer Richmond area. Okay, Millpill13 said, will you stay in San Francisco forever? No is the answer. And that is also a hint for what I have coming that I'm going to be announcing soon. So stay tuned for that. Okay, and then I also had a question. What do you love most and dislike most about living in San Francisco? Love the good food. Everywhere you go is amazing, delicious food. It's so good. Also, the beauty of nature all around with the ocean and the parks. You can go into Golden Gate Park and you literally just forget that you're in a big city. You just get lost in all of the trees and the beauty of Golden Gate Park. Also, I love the museums and all of the great musical venues and the acts that come through here. We get a lot of really great musicians and bands. So what I dislike about San Francisco is there's a little bit of like an anxious atmosphere where everyone has to go, 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 go and be really, really busy. And I prefer more of a slow-paced way of life. And then also, I mean, just since COVID, it's been kind of hard to enjoy the things about the city because a lot of the stuff is shut down. And so kind of like all the perks of living in San Francisco, the museums, the music, the food, restaurants, and all that stuff is like, you can't really enjoy it anymore. Okay, moving on. Thrifting and color. What are your favorite houseplants? I love my philodendron because I just love the look of viney, lush, full green plants, and they're also super easy to take care of. I also like this guy. This guy is another one of my favorites. It's just such a beautiful leaf. This is, I believe it's called an angel wing begonia. It's really pretty. Okay, next question. What is your go-to coffee order? It's a decaf iced Americano or a decaf iced almond milk latte. Okay, moving on to questions about motherhood. Thank you guys so much for all your questions, by the way. I'm gonna try to be as honest as I possibly can. Gentle Quiet Spirit said, are you breastfeeding? The answer is yes. Next question, what are your best tips for time management, finding balance between alone time, hubby time, and baby time? Well, pretty much my whole day is baby time. And so my struggle is finding alone time and hubby time. Right now, we don't have the ability to have a babysitter or anything like that. And we don't live near our family. So all of our time for Jason and I is in the evenings after he goes to sleep. Alone time is the one that I struggle with the most and the one that I'm the most desperate for, especially being a highly sensitive person. I need my alone time to recover. I basically have to talk to my husband ahead of time and schedule it in and let him know, like, I need this day, and this day in the evenings to do this, this, this. Actually, I just made a self-care list so that if I'm feeling stressed out, I can look at this list and see, is there something on this list that I could do to take care of myself? Like take a bath, do some deep breathing, do some yoga, go for a walk, read a book, do a puzzle, color, meditate, pray, drink some tea, take a nap, different things like that. That helps me kind of get recentered. Okay, next question, Bella. I'd love to know how you organize your life and prevent burnout as a working mom. Oh, okay. Well, this list is helping me prevent burnout, although I do get burnout probably at least 2 to 3 times a month. I have meltdowns and I feel like I am in a pit of despair. I'm like losing it. And everything just feels very dramatic and very much like, so I'm thankful that my husband rides those waves with me because it can get very intense. But anyways, I have a therapist, so that's been helpful to me too. But organizing my life and preventing burnout, the organizational part, I realized I cannot stay on top of the house, take care of Monty, do groceries and cooking, and do my YouTube. So I begged my husband to let me hire a house cleaner. So I have a house cleaner about once a month, and that has been amazing. I just maintain the rest of the time. It's been totally worth the money. Also, I no longer go to the grocery store. I order all of my groceries on Instacart, And I also just do lots of self-care, like I said. Okay, Amanda E says, what surprised you becoming a new mom, or is it as you expected? What surprised me was how much I love breastfeeding. I just feel like it's such a special bonding time with Monty, and I love being able to provide sustenance for him and to give of myself in such a direct way that can provide comfort to him and provide nourishment to him, and it's just such a bonding experience. So I've really loved doing that. Also, I think it definitely goes by quick. He's already 5 months, and even though like this first 5 months has been really intense, it's been getting a little bit easier as I go along. So it's like I expected, but also I had no idea what to expect because I've never been like a nanny or full-time babysitter or anything like that. And so it's just a lot more intense than I had anticipated as far as like the constant need of the human being. They constantly need from you. And so that has been a little bit different than what I thought. Okay, next question. My baby just started eating solids. How did it go with yours? Which food did you try first? So we haven't started Monty on food yet. My doctor said around 5 to 6 months. And I just felt like I don't want to like complicate it any more than it already is to take care of him. So we're gonna wait till around like 5.5 or 6 months, and then we'll start him on solids. I got the question, how are you doing with the adjustment to motherhood in this season of COVID? I mean, it's just affected us in that we're not really like linked up to a community right now, and it's kind of a bummer, but you know, all of our friends, it's just like getting together, it's just very difficult, and you know, it's just not happening. And so I haven't really been able to connect with other moms or hang out with other moms or talk to other moms. So I think that has been a bit challenging for me. It's also just, it's a very difficult time to try to build new relationships and new friendships when it's so hard to get together with people. So I'm hoping that, you know, this year things will let up a little bit, and hopefully I will be able to start making more mommy friendships and hanging out and just getting other perspectives of moms that are going through the same thing that I'm going through. Okay, Grace O'Mark said, do you wear the same size now as you did pre-pregnancy? 2 weeks postpartum here. No, I'm 5 months postpartum, and I'm about 2 sizes bigger than I was pre-pregnancy. I'm just kind of okay with that now. You know, I'm buying pants that fit me now because I'm not gonna just, you know, never wear pants and wait around for my old pants to fit again, because who knows if that day will ever come. I think it's definitely hard to lose weight after you're pregnant, because I know for me that if I don't get proper nourishment, like I'll get super, super weak, super, super depleted, and feel like I'm gonna pass out, because I'm breastfeeding, and actually breastfeeding I think takes 500 calories from you every day. And so I'm finding that I have to eat more with breastfeeding. So I'm not really sure like if my weight's gonna like go back to normal, but I've noticed a trend that it's like kind of just fluctuates, but it's slowly on the downward trajectory. So I'm wondering if I will kind of like go back to my pre-pregnancy weight, or if I will, I don't know, you know, who knows, but it's not really a big deal. I'm not too worried about it. I like my body, and my body's done amazing things for me, so I'm okay with it. Okay, Jen L. Hyde said, love your style. How do you wear cute stuff around baby? How do you manage laundry? There's a lot of stuff that I can't wear while breastfeeding, like dresses and stuff that don't button up. So I've kind of just decided, you know, I'm gonna wear t-shirts, and I just pull my t-shirt up because I'm just at home anyways, you know, I'm not really going out. So, I mean, with COVID and everything, my wardrobe has definitely gotten way more simple. You know, t-shirts and jeans, or comfy pants, loose flowy dresses with, you know, buttons or zippers. The only thing that I'm like concerned about around Monty is, oh my gosh, I didn't ruin it, but I did have an accident when Jason and I had his parents watch Monty, and we went on a date And then I got home and I realized that I didn't use any breast pads to catch the milk. And so I was just overflowing and just milk was all over my shirt. It was so bad. But yeah, other than that, like Monty doesn't ever spit up. It's amazing. I don't know how, but like it's been like just a handful of times that he's ever spit up or thrown up. And so he doesn't really ruin my clothes. The most that happens is he gets a little bit of like his drool on me or something. But I don't know, I still wear the same things, I think, as I would before. And then how do I manage laundry? I typically just do it all throughout the week because otherwise I'd have one day of insanity where I was just doing laundry all day, and I don't want that. So I'd rather kind of just spread it out throughout the week. And then I had a question from Yela Napets. Has motherhood been easier or more difficult than you anticipated it would be? I feel like I kind of answered that question a little bit before, but it's definitely been harder than I anticipated. I just didn't really know what to expect, and yeah, it's just very demanding. Okay, last question. How do you get stuff done with a baby at home? Mama of two here. I get the most done in the morning and then the evening. And then like when he's napping, although sometimes I need to have a self-care moment and I will just take a nap when he's napping because I need it. But it's really, really hard to get any sort of work done for my YouTube or my Instagram. That has been the most challenging thing, especially because my income from that isn't necessarily depended upon in our house. My husband has a job and he brings home most of the income, and mine is kind of just extra. And so what happens is my work gets put off and off and off and off and like pushed back because it's, you know, not like a number one priority. And that makes me really sad actually. And I've been struggling with that because I love doing my YouTube and I miss being able to have time to dedicate to styling up all these different outfits and getting creative with fashion and sharing that with you guys. It feels like it's been almost impossible to do my videos like I used to. I think that's why I've done a lot more chatty videos lately, because it's easier to do. But I've had to let go with getting everything that I want to get done and prioritize the things that are the most important. And right now, the most important thing is being with my son and raising him. And my YouTube will always be there. You know, if I don't post one week, that's okay. And so yeah, I've just had to let go and focus on getting the most important stuff done. If you guys want some more like step-by-step like help with balancing like being a mom and organizing your life and not getting overwhelmed, I highly recommend the Parenting Junkie on YouTube. I just found her yesterday and I was kind of binge watching her videos. She has so many great tips on like how to save time, how to not get stressed out throughout the day. She has 5 kids. So I will link her down below for you guys if you want to check her out. Oh my gosh, are we done? You guys, I can't believe that we got through all the questions. Thank you so much for sticking around if you did to the very end. Yeah, like I said, I have some exciting news coming up that we're going to be sharing here in the next couple of weeks to a month, and it's kind of a big deal. So I hope you guys ring that bell and turn on the notifications so that you guys won't miss out on that special announcement video. A lot of crazy things are going to be changing in our lives, and we're about to do some really crazy things. So yeah, I hope you guys will come along for the journey with us. And thank you guys again so much for supporting me and just being wonderful. I appreciate you guys. Let me know if you have any other questions that I didn't answer. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, my handle is tiny_acorn. I would love to see you over there. And yeah, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember that you are beautiful just the way you are.